Welcome to the Home Turf podcast, powered by Bet9ja, the home of betBOOM. It's the 4th episode and we have interesting segments for you. And I am certain that you're going to have an amazing experience. I have great minds with me in the studio. And I am certain that this week we will boom and everywhere will green. Ladies and gentlemen, by my immediate left is the pigeon commentary Ronaldinho and sports aficionado, Sawadinho! Sawa, calm down. Asna. Jibre.
Don't worry, no worry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I also have our very own, I don't want to even call him our very own Fabrizio Romano, because even Fabrizio on notification because of this man. This man will tell you that any information you want is at your fingertips and you will definitely get it. But ask the right questions. Pooja! Wake up to boom. And ladies and gentlemen, the big one himself, Onikoyi, Babagbangba. Big Sheggz in the building. Big Sheggz, welcome.
What's up, bro? Catch the boom.
Let's
get it.
Now, so it's important that I put this information out there. Bet9ja no they do what other people they do. Bet9ja no be anybody mate. And Bet9ja has raised the bar. If anything pass to raise them, the bar don't scatter. They don't carry and go up. 200 million naira. Now, all you need to do is just dare to dream, wake up from your dream, go on Bet9ja, stake your games. And if you chop 200 million, Bet9ja go give you. Who it is a Bet9ja no they play.
Run am if easy.
GKF.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing betBOOMs. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet9ja.
Welcome to the weekly roundup segment, and I am very certain that Arsenal fans cannot wait to get into the conversation. Sawa, calm down. Calm down.
I did.
Make her ask the question first. Make her ask the question first. No, make her not start with you, because if I start with you, now vex you go use. Let me begin with Pooja. You know, Pooja, you advised Arsenal to go into that game with their heads. No need to rush. Play well. Do everything when you go do and get that desired result. Arsenal were moments away from a historic win at the Etihad. But look at how it turned out. Make I ask straightforward question. Were Arsenal robbed at the Etihad?
I'll say no.
You say no?
And I'll say yes. Because it's in two ways, both perspective, because if you look at what happened in the game in terms of officiating, you can say yes, they were robbed because the referee was not consistent, in quotes. But of course, with the outcome of the game, it was because I said it, they should close shop. Mm-hmm. And that's what they did as well. Unfortunately, they got a red card because of the inconsistency.
And played the entire second half, 1 man down.
And they closed shop. So that's a very big point for Arsenal, because last season, that's what they did as well. So now what Arsenal need to do going forward is to win the winnable games, because they've taken 2 points off, my Man City at the Etihad, and that's good for them.
Interesting. Sawa, calm down. Wait, Sawa, calm down. Big Sheggz, you were very clear about the outcome of that game. And for so many sports lovers or football lovers, the game did not go the way we all thought, or many people thought that Manchester City would dominate and control and eventually win the game. Just seeing that game, what were your initial thoughts?
I feel like Arsenal, amazing performance, to be honest. They were robbed. I'm trying to say, I feel like the ref was super inconsistent. I feel like the ref needed to be more consistent, was super inconsistent. Like Pooja said, they should close shop. But the facts are, if 11 players were on the pitch and they closed shop, John Stones may not have got that goal. But they were a player down, which means that they were more tired because they were working harder than they'll usually have to work. So I think it's a great point for them, and I think it's an unfortunate situation.
Sawa, let's talk about the refereeing and the inconsistencies.
Yeah.
As an Arsenal fan, on the one hand, and as somebody who understands the laws of the game, what did you see about the officiating?
Terrible officiating. And I'm tired of referees, making these mistakes week in, week out. Now, I'll take you back last season Matthew Kovacic, the launch on Martin Odegaard. He was supposed to be sent off, red card. Howard Webb gave an excuse for Oliver. Oh, he didn't want to impact the game negatively. Then yesterday, 0.5 seconds between when, what's his name now? Trossard shoved Bernardo Silva and when he kicked the ball. It wasn't up to a second. And you give him a second yellow card. And then the same thing happened. Dominic Szoboszlai, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. And the guy is not seeing a yellow. You need to stop this thing. And then when you do these things, you bully people into telling them what to say in front of the camera and what not to say in front of the camera. I'll take you back to Jose Mourinho, the famous, if I speak, I'm in trouble. You understand? The Premier League knows how to bully these guys into a corner where they don't have to say anything. They're like, when you beat Piqué, tell us if I yap him. You understand? Saka against Brighton, he said, we just need the referees to be more consistent. Because you can't let Pedro get away with kicking the ball out, delaying restart, and then you're sending Declan Rice off for a slight touch. And then you come yesterday, you send, what's his name off? Trossard off. Within a second of play. And you're telling me that this thing is consistent. I'm not even talking about the Doku incident, because the Doku incident, there's so many excuses about it that, okay, he wanted the ball to take from this side and all of that. But then, how do you, a match of that magnitude, the tempo was high, Rodri was off, in the first half, the tempo was high, Arsenal's game plan was just beginning to set in, because at 2-1 up, the only thing Arsenal needed to do, lock shop, catch them on the counter. That's why you had Martinelli, Trossard and Saka. Catch them on the counter. Lock shop, count them. Just play your low block. When you have the ball, play it out to the flank. Martinelli is there, Saka is there, Trossard is there. Man City for collect like 3-4. For the last 5 games, 5 meetings now between, Man City have not beaten Arsenal. From the Community Shield, the home and away game, they would have lost. Oliver. See, the English referees, the EPL referees, the only set of referees where they feel compete with, my NRA, Nigerian Referees Association.
Sawa, calm down. More power to us now. But I would like to ask this question. Now, the inconsistencies in refereeing and, how the game played out. But do you think that Arsenal should have held out and at least, because that was the most important, that was the only important play left in that game, that corner kick. Yeah. Do you think Arsenal could have held out and still won that game without conceding that goal?
Yes. You see, the moment Jack Grealish passed that ball and received the ball and nobody was closing in on him, I knew it was dangerous. I mean, football is a game of, 90 or whatever, 120 minutes until the final whistle is not over. When Nelson scored against Bournemouth, when Bournemouth scored against Everton, you could score 120 minutes and all of that. So the moment they don't close in on Jack Grealish, remember, every ball into the box is dangerous. You've been relying on David Raya for the longest time now, and he's been fantastic, you understand? But unfortunately, this particular one, 9 enter post. So, it just happened.
I disagree, to be honest. I feel like I'm shocked that it took City that long to score.
Yeah,
with Arsenal having 10 men, because it's just, they're too tired. So I understand what you're saying, where someone should come out to Jack Grealish, and most times that's what's meant to happen. But at that point in the game, I feel like everyone was just too tired, and at the end of the day, they're human beings.
Because the aftermath of the game, Arteta said Ben White played with an injury.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it could have been the person to track Grealish, because that's the right side of the pitch. Yeah. But unfortunately, he was playing with injury. They were tired. They were doing 2-man job, and of course,
and that was why he didn't start.
And if Rodri was in that game, if Rodri was in the game and Arsenal were 10-man down, I think Man City could have won since.
Interesting. So let's go from the English Premier League to the Spanish La Liga, and it would appear like this team, silver and gold, they have none. But what they have, they are giving to us. Say Barcelona, they broke now. But the money, they show for the field of play. 6 games in the La Liga, 22 goals, 5 conceded. One thing is Barcelona will score. And Lamine Yamal is just out of this world. I would like to ask, is this the resurgence that a lot of Barcelona fans were hoping for? Or Barcelona fisty can't begin they do anyhow?
If you look at what they did last season, you know that it's effect of a manager. They don't have a very good coach, in quotes. Because I think they have the good materials. They have Lewandowski, Rafinha, they have, Yamin Lamar. But of course, they have the problem of coaching. But the one thing they did extremely well this is to get Hansi Flick. And people always, and unfortunately for people, they always take the responsibility of the manager off a team. Yeah. This guy won a treble at Bayern Munich. And you can't just say it's just a manager. And he came to his team with this set of players. And last season, Lamine was already, on that level. Rafinha was on that level. And this guy was the top scorer last season. So this season was just set for them. And of course, for Hansi Flick, it doesn't laugh. Do the business for me. And if they are going to score 10 goals, he will not laugh because it's business. Because they are against a Real Madrid team, more like a Galacticos team, that they have all the stars, and if you don't pick your points now and 6 games out of 6, it's not even the kind of level, because when he won the treble, he almost won all the games in the Bundesliga.
Interesting. And to see, consecutive games against Girona and also Villarreal, and you score 9 goals.
Honestly, Hansi Flick, amazing manager. I feel like super proven. He's shown it time and time again. Even when he was made big decisions, when he was making decisions in the summer, I think when he signed Dani Olmo, they were struggling to register him because of the financial stuff they have going on. And he sent Pep's player back to Pep. Everyone was complaining, saying, wow, he made that sort of decision. But for me, I was like, I trust this guy. So I feel like Barcelona are back. I love what Pooja said about the manager. I feel like the manager is... If you have the right manager, the players, they're ticking, they're playing properly. And I feel like attacking-wise, as long as they stay fit, the important players stay fit, I think it's going to be a crazy season for them, to be honest.
Interesting. So still in the La Liga, I mean, football lovers have been blessed to see attacking lineups that bring so much joy when you watch them play. I mean, most recently, we saw Gareth Bale, Karim Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, we have Kylian Mbappe, there's Vinicius, there's Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, and people are saying, it be like say this team never really gel like that. If you take out the penalties, it be like say something they worry that Real Madrid front line. Do you agree with this argument?
The truth is, so many Galactico projects for Real Madrid never really work. Remember the famous Galactico project? Zidane, Figo, Beckham, Carlos, Ronaldo. It didn't work. They won just one Champions League. Just one. That famous Galactico. It was just that 2002 Champions League. That's then Bayer Leverkusen. That was the only Champions League they won together. So famous Galactico projects need to really work. The only Galactico project we don't really work, and not before Real Madrid, now MSN, Messi, Neymar, Suarez. Now it work for them. You understand? So sometimes it take time to blend. Even Ronaldo, Bale, and Benzema. Now that one way even give people a lot of this because Ronaldo was out of this world. You understand? Banging goals, and you see people they make noise about Haaland don't score 100 in 105. Ronaldo scored 100 in 105 in Real Madrid. You understand? So this present Galactico project, the only problem where they go get now selfishness. You understand? Because you have a Vinicius who, until he dribbles the goalkeeper, no go release the pass. I was surprised for that in NASA where he give Rodrigo to score. You understand? Fantastic. If they come to play together, they have what it takes to dismantle every team. I'm not even talking about Hendrick and what's this other guy's name? This young boy,
Turkish guy,
Gula. Yeah. I'm not even talking about those guys. Those Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Mbappe. They have what it takes to destroy every team. And if it works, the problem I think they have again is that they are playing against a manager who is traditional.
They are playing with a manager.
They're playing with a manager who is traditional. If you hand this team over to a new generation manager, we don't learn. Pep now don't influence so many managers. Where they play this Pep-esque football, they go scatter everybody.
So I was going to ask about the manager also because truth is these guys are competing against each other. Make we not give ourselves.
Yeah.
Like for example, Vinicius the eye. The Ballon d'Or. Jude Bellingham save the I am.
Exactly.
And now waiting you play week in, week out. Now you go determine. Do you think that the manager can manage this situation and the expectations of these players?
Don Carlo. Like nobody should doubt Don Carlo. Don Carlo is the right man to handle this stuff. Don Carlo. Don't play with Don Carlo.
But if it comes to taming their ego, Carlo is the man. What I'm talking about is his conservative football. Don Carlo is from way back.
But the conservative football, how many Champions Leagues has it brought in the last few years?
Fantastic. I think the modern managers now cannot even assemble this crop of players because there's no way you want
They don't have the clout.
You know, you can't manage their ego.
Their ego, yeah.
It's too high. But because there's Don Carlo
that has won everything.
That level of respect.
So Perez can assemble these kids under him. And he said something, you know, when they said that, you know, Mbappe is not passing, he said they will still come together. Because he will tell them in the dressing room that, making I get sense, pass to yourself. And from that statement up to now, they've had more chances between themselves in games. So it seems Carlo have gone to the dressing room, have told them, see guys, you have to pass yourself. And they've been doing it like Sawad said, look at that Vinicius transfer to Rodrigo. It would never have happened like in the start of the season. But now it has been kicking. And if they start like this or continue like this, I think they will give Barcelona
the issue I genuinely have with the squad is not the issues that we're bringing up. The issue I have with the squad is not having an out-and-out number 9 proper centre forward. So I think obviously Mbappe is that talented that he can obviously do it, but it's like Vinicius is probably the best player right now, like in the world. He's probably going to win Ballon d'Or, right? Right now, I believe, based on the season he just had.
Not Ademola Lookman.
No. Not Ademola Lookman. Obviously, we will argue that Mbappe is better, but I think Vinicius will win the award. So my thing is, how do you tell the person that is about to win best player in the world not to play in the position that he's been playing in that's going to make him win the best player in the world? True. But that's obviously where Kylian is stronger. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think it's going to take Kylian a while to adapt to being an out-and-out number 9. So I think that's the major problem right now. I don't think it's the egos. I believe in Carlo to know that like these guys, they'll manage the egos and they'll be fine. But so it's just the out-and-out number 9. If it doesn't work, I think that's why it wouldn't work.
Interesting. Now, speaking about adaptation, it would appear like Nicolas Jackson is finally doing the moonwalk on those who doubted his abilities. I mean, look at the game against West Ham. You would expect him to take maybe 2 chances from 10 or even 20. But now defenders are wary of Nicolas Jackson, and you know that if you give him an opportunity, the guy go net. Share this thing now just waiting just happen. Abi Nicolas Jackson don't finally do that. Is it the time for Nicolas Jackson to tell Mikel Obi, woo?
No, I think, you know, what we see is there from what the managers see. Last season, he had a very good season. He had
a good season last season.
He had double figures.
He had a good season.
Now he has played 50 games, 21 goals. That is not a bad striker in the Premier League.
And given his age.
Like his stats are good.
Yeah, but the problem is he gets a lot of chances and doesn't score as much as the chances. So that's why they say, okay, fine, he has to score more, you know, improve your finishes like Mikel said. But if you look at what he has, the output at the end of the day, he has done well. 50 appearances, 21 goals, even almost catch up with, you know, Drogba in his first 2 seasons. It shows that he's doing something good. And for the finishes against West Ham, that means he's improving. And he gave us the thriller dance.
Interesting.
I think it was a terrible defending from West Ham. Max Kilman, Edson Alvarez, Mavropanos. Okay, leave Mavropanos. Max Kilman. The first goal, Edson Alvarez from the flank. How? You can't try that with a Timber. You can't try that with a Saliba. Then the second one, just through the middle. A simple pass from Caicedo through the middle. And Max Kilman,
simple pass.
Simple pass.
That's be simple pass.
See, the pass sweet, no doubt. But then you see Max Kilman, I ain't the run. Max Kilman, the run like say no be boot anywhere. Like say na rain boot anywhere. Max Kilman no fit catch up to Jackson. Trust me. Any other average defender, even Virgil van Dijk, go catch up with Jackson for that ball. And to think that they brought Max Kilman from Wolverhampton Wanderers to come and show up that defense. Come on now, he was terrible defending from West Ham.
But wait, do you think he was terrible defending or we are underestimating the quality of Jackson?
No, Jackson
I think both. I think both, to be honest. I think it was terrible defending, to be honest. But I also think that we are underrating Nicolas Jackson because he's not your conventional striker. So the way he plays, you know, there's some players that when they play, because they're conventional footballers, you're looking at them and like, oh my God, you're so good. He doesn't look like that. He's very raw. He's very all over the place. So people don't really believe in him. But I think he's going to come good this year. But yeah, I think it's a bit of both, to be honest.
Interesting. I see one picture we'll see online. I don't know whether Nicolas Jackson leg be that. You see
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
If you like saying no, collect something.
I don't see the picture.
I saw it.
Interesting. So you've heard all that we have to say in the weekly roundup, but let me also mention that Bet9ja has upped the ante. Just dare to dream, stake your games on Bet9ja, and you can win 200 million naira Win the 200 million naira first, and Bet9ja go surprise you. And that one they call wake up to boom. You go dream, wake up, and you go, Now Bet9ja they run am now. Welcome to Bet Boom, where we share the biggest and most impressive bet boom slips. Bets that are boomed on Bet9ja can now win up to 1 billion naira. Can you imagine? You go play with small money, Bet9ja go boom the thing, and you feel chop up to 1 billion naira. Evidence there now. Not be just how they use my talk. Now let's look at the first boomed ticket. Now, so these points are staked on 7 games with the sum of 1,000 naira and 49 kobo to win 4,488 naira 71 kobo. Guess what Bet9ja boomed the ticket to? 224,435 naira 54 kobo with Bet Boom. Imagine going from 4,000 plus to 220,000 plus. Now only Bet9ja fit run am. Another one, second evidence. The next punter staked on 13 games with a total odd pool of 13.30. With a stake of 3,000 naira, the person was supposed to win 41,890. Guess what Bet9ja boomed the ticket to? 418,901. Now only Bet9ja fit run am. So all you need to do is go on Bet9ja, stake your games, just fold your arms like this. Watch Bet9ja boom your ticket, and you can win up to 1 billion naira. Now only Bet9ja fit run am. Go now, go, Bet Boom, 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 boom. So welcome to Punter's Corner, where we discuss tactics and just look at how teams should approach games. Now, talking about approaching games. Now, the 2024-2025 season is really big, especially for Arsenal, no lie. I mean, when you finish in second position and it appears like you have done all that you can to beat Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, and you just need something extra, I would ask a straightforward question. What can Arsenal do this season to beat Manchester City to the title, Sheggz?
Yes, I think they need to not make the type of mistakes that they made in the last game. And the game against Manchester City. I know the ref made a bad decision and stuff like that, but I think the players need to play with the mindset of every single game counts. I know they feel that way because if you watch that game, like it was like a Champions League final. So they actually understand, but at the same time, it's like to win the league, you can't drop points. Like that, yeah, they got a point against Man City, but now you've passed the level of getting a point against Man City. You need 3 points against Man City. So I think that's my thing with Arsenal. Like, you just can't drop points. You can't even give them a sniff. You give them a sniff, by the time we're hitting January, February, they're going to come, they're going to do what they do. They're going to sweep up. We're going to look at the table, see City 93 points, Arsenal 91 points, second again. So they can't like give any points away. That's how I see it.
So Pooja, when you look at Arsenal and Manchester City, it's not like, you know, Manchester City would blow Arsenal away. Last season was just 2 points. But these 2 points, when would they say just 2 points? Not be just 2 points. So you go work for them. And it's evident. What do you think Arteta, you know, should be telling his boys, especially because they went to the Etihad, played with one man down for 45 minutes and led for the most parts until that, you know, last moment in the game. What do you think Arteta would be telling his boys now moving forward?
I think very simple. I think what they have to do is to win the winnable games.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the season preview or review last season, it shows that they drop points, more points at home. And you can't, if you look at the likes of Sir Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, even the Conte, you must make your home a fortress and fight away from home and get points. Once they drop that point against Aston Villa at home, that's the end. Because now you are at an advantage over Man City. You are taking enough points off them at home back to back. Last season like that as well, they collected like 4 points off them. This season they've started on that radar, but you have to win your winnable games. Like Sheggz said, you don't drop points anymore because we are still getting to a part of the season, maybe I think, you know, January, February, where we have a streak of games that Man City will win. There was a time Man City and Liverpool were to win 18 games and Man City won all the 18 games. Even during COVID, 19 to 19 games, both teams, Liverpool. So you have to win those games now. And when, you know, of course, Man City start that streak, you have to keep it keep up with them. So unfortunately, I don't think it will happen this season again because now, last season, Arsenal didn't lose any player through injury. But this season, they'll be losing players through injury, through suspension. And that could be the bad news for Arsenal.
Sawa, I know say second don't tire you and other Arsenal fans. But if una make mistake, una go finish second again. But looking at this season, seeing the way when Arsenal take play against Manchester City for Etihad, what do you think say Arsenal go do differently to beat City to the title this season?
Nothing different from what Pooja said. I've always said this for the longest time. If you go back to all of my shows, you don't need to beat the top guys to win the league. You can afford to lose to City and Liverpool and win the league. Don't draw against Fulham at home. Arsenal drew against Fulham at home. You don't draw against Brighton at home. You don't drop those points. You can afford to lose. See, the reason why we want to win these big games is just for banter. You can afford to lose to Man City. You can afford to lose to Liverpool. You can afford to lose to even Chelsea and still win the league.
What about Man U?
Man U follow for the teams that did the league now. So when you want to beat Fulham, you don't lose to Aston Villa 2-0 at home. You don't draw to Fulham. Fulham, one man down. Calvin Bassey had a red card in that game. And you draw that match and you expect to win the league. These are the margins that decide the title. And everybody knows that once it is January, City goes on a streak. If they need to win 19 games, they will win 19. City defended a 1-point lead against Liverpool for like 10 games. 1-point lead. That is how dangerous they are when it comes to running. So Arsenal, whether you lose to City or you win City, fine. But if you catch Fulham, you catch Ipswich, you catch Tottenham, you catch Nottingham, you catch anybody, ham them.
But do you know an issue I have here? Sorry guys, I just wanted us to speak about this here. An issue I have is like in the summer, why is it that Arteta didn't sign a striker? I feel like if we go back to when Fergie brought Van Persie from Arsenal, he knew they were going to win the league. Pep was winning the league anyway, went across, bought Haaland, changed their style of play to suit him. I don't know. I feel like that was the missing piece.
Stubbornness.
Yeah,
I would answer that. He believes in his project, and his project is Havertz.
Okay, fair.
He wants to prove a point with Havertz. That's his project. You understand? And credit to him, Havertz at Chelsea is not the same Havertz at Arsenal.
Yeah,
but then Havertz cannot give us now that goal poacher's instinct that they need.
I think unfortunately it's from the school of thought of Pep Guardiola. Before Pep Guardiola cracked the out-to-out striker, it was when he was looking for the Champions League. That's why he got Haaland. In the league, it was already settled. Because you have guys around that will score 10 or 15 goals and you win the league. But if you want to win top championship like the Champions League, you need out-to-out striker that can give you straight 9 to 10 goals in the Champions League, and you win the Champions League in quote. So he's still in that level of the Pep Guardiola style, school of thought, apprentice level of not using a striker, because like Havertz can never be a striker of any team, out-to-out striker of a big team, because he will not give you the 25, 26 goals. Look at Haaland. He's already double figures. So what are you talking about?
Interesting. Now let's discuss elite football that Manchester United and Chelsea fans cannot relate with. But just stay with us. We're discussing Champions League. The new format, 24-25 season. For the first time in forever, Thursday night football used to be banter to troll teams that play in the Europa. But we're having Champions League games on Thursday night now. Barcelona, they play on Thursday night. Monaco, they play on Thursday night. And some football players are complaining. Sheggz, do you think that footballers are overworked?
Most definitely, I think they're overworked. 100%. I think that's why we see so many injuries. I think they're overworked, especially the footballers that are now even like playing for their national team consecutively, like regularly. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think some of the players that maybe like people have gone for like international break and then they have that time to rest, they can't even relax. But the players that they're going to play for their club 2-3 times a week, or twice a week in heavy weeks, do you get what I'm trying to say? And then they're going to go away as well with their national team and then they're going to play. It's like how many, like they don't rest. Do you get what I'm saying? And even in the summer, it's so funny like that you asked that question. Even in the summer when you say, okay, the season's done at the end of May and you come back on maybe the 28th of June, that gives you like a 6 weeks holiday or 5 week holiday. because of the level of football that they're playing at, they can't even stop training because they have to still be on point when they come back in the summer. Yeah. So it's like 15 to 20 years of your life of no rest, no sleep.
So what about that argument that these guys earn a lot of money and this is a business venture that people are looking to exploit and earn more money? And if those who invest see opportunities, they will definitely do so. Let's look at I don't know if we should say maybe the moral and the financial points of this argument. For example, if you earn £300,000 every week, should you be complaining that they are overworking you?
I think it's when it comes to body, you have to dictate. There should be a balance. The sponsors, the players, they should come together and see how. Look at Rodri. He played till the final of the Euros. He didn't have a single preseason with Man City. Came back and is out injured. He could be out injured for months. And that's the level of what Sheggz is saying. The body, the games, and because it's just 6 weeks, you cannot still rest. You cannot still take so many. I'm friends with so many footballers. They still train, week in, week out till preseason till the next season. So now that you now have games, 2 more games in the Champions League, like the EPL, they have the EPL, they have the Carabao Cup, they have more games and they have the Premier League.
Club World Cup next summer.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So there have to be a balance. And they are saying they have to go on strike, blah, blah, blah. And I think when they now threaten, I think they would still come to a round table and discuss about the consensus.
Talking about going on strike, for example, you where they earn £250,000, you they talk say we'll go on strike. Somebody when they earn 40, where even normally now your teammate when they look you say nobody even say this guy even really sabi play like that self. Do you think that the players would maybe produce a common front? This talk about an industrial action, a strike. You think say this talk about strike could work?
It can. Because, what do you need to go on a strike? Just have a professional body that will speak one language.
And decide that you will not play games.
Yes.
All of you will stay at home.
Yes, it's possible. That's why it's a union. If they decide as a union, as a body, I think they have a professional players' body everywhere. You understand? So if they decide as a union that they want to. Now, why will they even go on strike? UEFA and FIFA and some of these organizations are trying so hard to take away leisure games. There are no friendly games again in Europe. I don't know if you know that. The friendly game window has been replaced with Nations League. So it means every game is a must-win. If it was a friendly game, you could decide to, Luis Kelly and the rest of them come and
rotate some of the players.
Just rotate the players.
Try out new players.
You understand? But now, every game is a must-win. England was relegated from Nations League A to B. They are in the B League now. You understand? So it means every game is a must-win. So if Declan Rice is a super regular for Arsenal and a super regular for England, he would play he played 38 games last season. 38. He played all England's games at the Euros. He's back with Arsenal. He's playing week in, week out, if not for the suspension. So what time do they have to rest? Yes, you pay these guys 500,000, 300,000, 400,000, but until you kill the guy.
So you have a professional body, you have the players that they represent, and then you now have those who administer over the sports and make a lot of money and looking to gain, from the investments. What do you think that these professional bodies should be looking out for when they talk about the interest of the players? Because, you get number of players where you fit register. You get number of substitutions where you fit make. If you're not taking advantage of that, how are you blaming, people who are looking to make money from their investments?
I think, what the bodies, the clubs, maybe the bodies have done now is they've tried to make sure that the players are the center point of everything. Now, before, you can have an injury on the pitch and you still want to play on because you're a big player. But now there's a rule that there's no way.
Yeah, head injuries.
You have to, even if you feel like you can still continue, you have to go out.
Yes.
But before, because of the importance of those players, some clubs still want to play them. Now they have from 3 to 5 substitutes in 3 windows in a game. And it shows that they are actually looking out for the players. Now, if you look at competitions that have been extended, now the numbers of players to register has been expanded as well. We have, from the AFCON, we have 22 to 27. Now we have 35 players in your fold. So Rodri must not play all the games. Grealish must not play all the games. But because of the importance, like I said, results is the currency of football now. You don't have results, you are booted out as a manager. Yeah. So now the 35 players are not enough because at the end of the day, maybe the 15 are the top players in quotes and the high wages. So unfortunately, they still have to sit around the table and talk about how you can, make sure that the players' welfareism is top notch.
Interesting. So, we hope that they can find a balance so that the players are happy and we, the fans that love to see them play, are happy. Now, person when they held the 9 go play ball now. Yeah, let's talk about the Champions League and, Matchday 1. For so many people, they were skeptical about the new format. For 20 years of our lives, we all knew a particular style. Now, we have one giant table and games on Thursday. In a good thing because we dey watch ball. Those of us who no one go as quick, go talk say, say normally, if you use Europa, if you use Europa live, what will you gain? And then they can just say, who is playing today? You now say, it is Man U versus, maybe you can mention one team when they for
Midtjylland.
They go say, which team is that? But now you can say, Barcelona is playing against Monaco. Oh, okay, Barcelona on Thursday, no problem. You can stay outside and then we can come back late. But let me ask, your thoughts after Matchday 1 of the new format of the UEFA Champions League?
I'm still getting used to it. To be honest, I'm still getting used to it. I think it's cool. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not bad. So just getting used to it. That's where I am. I don't know how you guys feel, but me personally, I'm just getting used to it. It'll be easier for me to speak about it in like maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But like right now, it's just like, let's see. I don't want to judge it too early.
Interesting. Pooja.
It's now you don't have revenge anymore.
The group of death.
Because now Monaco defeated Barcelona. Now you have to see in second leg. Now it's gone.
It's gone.
They don't beat it. They don't run.
They don't go. So first attack.
First attack. They always win.
You don't go. You don't go.
So Sheggz, you have to adapt because you have a giant table. You have to win your games, and there's no home and away in quotes. The teams you play home, you don't play them away. They don't play away. You don't play them home. So I think we are still adapting, and I guess. Maybe when we start seeing the big games, even in the group stages, it makes sense.
Okay, interesting. Your thoughts?
I think the Matchday 1 achieved one of the key factors that they wanted to achieve, and that is seeing big games even from day one. You understand? Top clashes even from day one. Top clashes in the group stage. We don't need to wait till the round of 16 before we start seeing top games. You understand? I think that's one thing they wanted to achieve. And that was what the Super League was trying to sell. Having an Arsenal Barcelona play from day one, having a Real Madrid Juventus play from day one. So we're seeing some of those top games even from day one. And that's one thing that this league format would give you. Matchday 2, you see Arsenal PSG.
Yes.
And just like Pooja said, it's a one-off game. It's not home and away. If I lose at the Emirates, I'll go and win at Parc des Princes. No, it's a one-off game. So I think they are achieving that. And just like Sheggz said, we're getting used to it because that's one thing with change. Change is constant. You criticize and later you come to accept it. That 20 years ago when they changed to this format, the format who they used to. Now, so some people say, waiting is up. You understand? So I think I even like it now. 36, big table, first to 8 qualify automatically, 9 to 25 play playoff and all of that. Let's see how it goes.
Interesting. Welcome to the hot tip segment. Action packed across the major centers in Europe this weekend. We're going to look at some of these games, and when we get to the segment where we're going to put our body because our skin full, just be on the lookout because the odds will go drop. No, leave them. Forget Real Madrid, forget Liverpool. I want to assure you that this 4th time, we have fought so well to give you good odds. But let's look at the games this weekend. 12:30, they give PTSD.
Yeah.
But this Saturday, we go see Newcastle coming from the back of a loss against Fulham and Manchester City seeing that they are not all that with that 2-2 draw against Arsenal. You think say make person first look that game or make come out body for that game. And then do you think that both managers would want to prove a point with these games?
I think, if you're a punter, just rest. Because now we don't know what will be the outcome of Rodri. And last season, we saw the importance of Rodri in that Matchday squad. When he was out, they struggled to win games, they drew games. And this season again, is He could be out for some time. So just leave that game. For Newcastle, they've been here and there. They lost against a Fulham side. Normally, last 2 seasons, even under Eddie Howe, they always win those games. So now that Man City are shaky in terms of confidence, look at what Haaland did against Arsenal, was fighting everywhere. Let's see if, just leave it. Leave that game and, of course, see what will happen in subsequent game. But, of course, that particular game, just leave them, see what thing will happen.
There are 3 other games I would like us to talk about, but I would want 1 word from you and 1 word from Sheggz. Arsenal, they play Leicester City for Emirates. Now, Arsenal, they come on the back of, we play Manchester City. This City, when people think, say, at least for where Arsenal they now, City not really be. City, they play.
They've narrowed the gap.
But Arsenal don't narrow the gap. You go see, say the games don't they very, very close now. But Arsenal, they play host to Leicester City. Do you think that Arteta would say, okay, 1 point from the Etihad Stadium, now I am welcoming Leicester City. Let me go all out. Maybe make a win this game. You think, say, now something win, Arsenal go they think about?
Arteta already knows that it's just little margins that decide the league. Right now, there are 2 points behind Manchester City, 1 point behind Liverpool and Aston Villa. So these are the games, like I said earlier, that you need to win to keep you up there in the race. So I think he'll go all out for the kill.
And Arsenal go win that game.
A question be that.
Arsenal fans, this would have confidence for 2024. The person will do it for now, go do it for Man U.
The only reason why Arsenal will drop points is the PGMOL. Apart from referee, Arsenal will drop points.
Wow, I love this confidence. Now, Sheggz, I want to talk about Chelsea against Brighton. I mean, Jackson is looking like, every game he approaches now, you can beat your chest and say, just give him the ball. He's definitely going to score. But Brighton is also a tough nut to crack. What do you think of that game?
I think Chelsea to win. I'm not even massive on just Nicholas Jackson. I feel like the whole Chelsea side, I feel like they're finally starting to gel. Mandem FC, that's what we call them in London. I think they're starting to gel. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think Noni is doing his thing out wide. They have Neto coming off the bench. He's really strong as well. João Felix, the same thing. Moses is finally showing why they spent so much money on him in the middle, in the center of the park. Jadon Sancho is showing what Sancho does, as in Dortmund Sancho, not United Sancho.
Hey.
Fortunately for us, we didn't see that side of him. But yeah, I feel like the team is genuinely starting to gel. Brighton are an amazing side, so I'm not out here just saying Chelsea are going to come and they're just going to beat them and Brighton are going to play well, but I just feel like Chelsea are on that run of form right now where I'm expecting them to get 3 points.
Interesting. So in the EPL on Saturday, there's still Brentford, West Ham United, Everton, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Fulham, and the final game, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Liverpool. But on Sunday, Mandem are playing well. Mandem.
Yeah, Mandem FC.
Mandem FC are playing well. Then Manchester United appear to be struggling. But the truth is, for big games, it would appear like Manchester United would step up. Sheggz, as a Man U fan, let me talk to you man to man. Do you think that game against Spurs would make us see a different side of Manchester United, or you would advise everybody to just leave that game?
No, bro.
Hey.
The truth of the matter is, I just think that we're too up and down. So it's like you can't even look at it objectively and say, are we going to play well? Are we going to play bad? I expect United to play well. That's what I expect as a United fan. I'm expecting United to win, but I try and be neutral all the time. But the thing is, Spurs, they're not doing that great right now. I don't think Dominic has totally, like Dominic Solanke that they bought in the summer, I don't think he's found his mojo just yet. I think he had an injury, like he was out for a couple games. Do you get what I'm trying to say? James Maddison is playing hot, he's playing cold. Do you get what I'm trying to play? Actually, I love Spurs manager, but the lineup he's playing, it's like Son is one of the best finishers in the Prem. He's playing on the touchline too far wide. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I understand why he's playing that way, but I think they'll be more dangerous if Son was in the middle. So I think we have a chance based on how Spurs are currently playing. But with United, man, bro.
Every Manchester United fan, raise your 2 hands up now and join me. Hopefully, Son will be played too far off, and the spirit that enveloped Manchester United against Barnsley will envelope them this time. But say nobody to just do amen to the prayer. You go show walking. Now let's go to the La Liga and Barcelona away to Osasuna. But one game that over the years have become intense, Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid. Now you have Mbappe, you have Vinicius, you have Bellingham, you have Rodrigo, and then you have Diego Simeone. Because Baba, forget Griezmann, forget every other person. The manager himself, from touchline, they act like say, they follow them play. Do you think that this Madrid derby would give us what we have come to witness over the years.
100%.
Pooja.
I think so, because if you look at, I think Diego Simeone have changed his approach or philosophy to games now. It's not ultra defensive again, because you're bringing the likes of, Alvarez, Griezmann is there, Correa is there, you have Canaga, who has won man of the match back-to-back in his game. And against, Real Madrid side who have influx of these, offensive players, I think it's going to be a bumper. The Madrid derby is going to be, and of course at Atletico Madrid Stadium is always at that level. So we are seeing a new Diego Simeone and against a new Real Madrid side. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Interesting, Sawa.
I think for the first time since after the Ronaldo era, we're going to have an interesting Madrid.
Because it has been one-sided with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yes, true. It's been one-sided with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Now, there are still other interesting games in the Spanish La Liga. Sociedad Valencia, Celta Vigo Girona, Athletic Bilbao Sevilla, Real Betis Espanyol. And, go on Bet9ja. Just do your own. But we still, they come with our own, make you reason them and wake up to boom. Now, let's go to the Italian Serie A. Now, this season, it's been up, down, here and there. But I would like to ask, you have AS Roma, since post Mourinho and then Rossi. There's a new manager now, and it would appear like he be like saying now every team wins sack their coach. The guys could just tell themselves, say, we have to play well. Because Udinese, 5 games unbeaten, but they came up against AS Roma that have been very inconsistent this season and they lost. And AS Roma, if as fortune would have it, are playing host to Venezia. And you would want a game like that, considering the fact that you're just trying to, bounce back. What do you think of punting on games in the Italian Serie A this weekend?
Sheggz.
you guys know how I feel about Serie A.
He always runs from the Serie A.
I always run from Serie A. But to be fair, I hear what you're saying. I feel like Roma, they're catching their form back. They should win on the weekend. So I would maybe put my money on Roma to win, but the truth is Serie A is just so up and down. Like, it's a very, very difficult league to be betting on. But I would say, yeah, I would put money on Roma to win.
So interesting. So AC Milan Lecce on Friday, Udinese Inter Milan, Genoa Juventus, Bologna Atalanta, then Torino Lazio, Roma Venezia, and Napoli Monza. Now let's go to the Bundesliga. And everyone is talking about this game. And they are saying, it be like saying, this one will go who go win the title this season. It is Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. First versus second last season. Yes, first versus second last season, but this time at the Allianz Arena. Now, Sawa, what do you think, say, Vincent Kompany? Because this, it go be psychological edge. If Bayern Munich beat Bayer Leverkusen this season. They're currently unbeaten. And if they get one over Bayer Leverkusen, for somebody like Kompany, where people talk, say, now this guy will really carry Bayern Munich go where he go. What do you think he'll be telling his lads?
I think the psychological battle will come in first of all. Win this game and you have the edge over Leverkusen, you understand. But as a punter, I know that both teams are free scoring right now. Bayern, they score goal for fun. Leverkusen self, they go shy. So as a punter, the safest will carry this game now over 2.5.
Over 2.5.
Over 2.5 for me, because I would say goals must day. Goals must day the game. If I don't carry over 2.5, I carry both teams to score. You understand? Because let's say Boniface now don't turn magician and all that. So and Bayern Munich have goal scorer, fantastic goal scorer. The combination between Musiala, Olise, and what's his name now up front?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane up front. Fantastic collabo, you understand? So and that combination they produce result week in, week out.
Interesting. Now you have all these games this weekend and you can stake on them on Bet9ja and win.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing betBOOMs. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet9ja.
This is the Sure Banker segment. And on this segment, as experts and people who do this regularly, we are going to put our reputation on the line. We've done this twice. Unfortunately, nobody go think say Valladolid go draw Madrid, or after over half a century, Nottingham Forest go come travel, go Anfield, come go beat Liverpool. It no go work now. But this week, rest assured, if you no enter, find me come. No, if you no enter, find me come. I dey talk am here now. If you no enter, find me. If you don't wake up to boom, find me come. Now let's look at 9 short games, and I'm very certain that we would agree on something. Yeah. So there's Arsenal against Leicester City. How do we vote?
Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win. Make we no waste time on top of that one. We'll just go. Then there is Chelsea against Brighton. Nicholas Jackson walking over defenders. What do you think?
Brighton to win.
Brighton to win.
The odds will be high, and it's a very good game to play. Take the risk on that odd.
No, wait, calm down. Sawa.
No, my odd. Then make we talk about
Sawa, wait. You be like this Arsenal confidence. Calm down. Calm down from the Arsenal high horse.
You know why I say take that risk, Brighton to win against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, if you see now, they don't. And Brighton are silent killers. You see what they did against Arsenal, even though say yes, they were aided by the red card and all of that, but then they are playing well, even under the new
manager. Okay, wait, let's come to our own now. Because we want to make everybody boom. What do you think of an over 1.5? Because Chelsea, they score.
That's the safest.
Yeah,
safest.
That's the safest.
Let's leave it at that, my brother. Arsenal. Hey, calm down. Okay, let's look at Ipswich against Aston Villa. Ole Watkins, Aston Villa. Aston Villa be like team when we say anybody when they catch now, now to just crush them. Straight win for Aston Villa.
Both teams to score, Villa to win.
Yeah.
Both teams to score, Villa to win.
Yeah.
So let's do Villa to win.
Yeah. I think Ipswich should nick a goal though, but yeah.
Villa to win, because if you sure say Villa to win. Then Osasuna versus Barcelona. Free scoring Barcelona.
I think Barcelona will win.
I think Barcelona win.
Or we do over 2.5.
Let's do over 2.5.
Okay, so over 2.5.
But they have over 2.5.
Over 2.5. Yeah. Then there's AC Milan against Lecce.
AC Milan, from that Milan derby, confident booster.
AC Milan straight win.
They'll crush Lecce.
They're playing at home, right?
Yes, they're playing at the San Siro.
They should win.
Then Osimhen's Napoli with Lukaku. And Napoli is playing against Monza.
Third on the table, fantastic form. I'll go for a straight win Napoli.
Yeah, great manager as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
great manager as well.
Now, the new manager bounce, Roma against Venezia. That Venezia now come collect. It just they collect 3, collect 4, collect 3, collect 4. And say Roma just signed new manager. They won the last game 3-0 against Udinese when they second for the table.
Very strong Udinese.
Yeah, strong Udinese.
And this thing now odd way be say, some people feel still go look, say, okay, let's just give Roma, let's see. And me I feel saying a better odd. Roma against Venezia. So Roma straight win. Roma straight win. Then let's go to the Liga. Strasbourg against Marseille. A lot of people have not even paid attention to Olympique Marseille.
Yeah.
Marseille played against Lyon, one man down for 85 minutes, and they still won 3-2. And the odds when they give Marseille, they pack 2, they give them pack 2. Like say, Bet9ja talk say, play Marseille and put money and win. So Strasbourg against Marseille.
I feel like Marseille are playing really well right now. Mason Greenwood, fire. De Zerbi, great manager. I've always loved De Zerbi, to be fair. If you ever listen to me on any podcast, like I always speak about De Zerbi. So I think Marseille to win.
Interesting. Now, the slayers of Barcelona. Monaco against Montpellier. Monaco for their house.
Yeah, they've won back-to-back.
Yes.
Champions League, last game as well over the weekend.
Yes.
And playing at home again.
Yes.
I'll go for over 1.
I think they have, there's a Nigerian guy, scoring a lot of goals now.
Yeah, scored in the Champions League.
And he created 2 assists in their last game as well. So I think a goals game will be fair.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to go with what you guys are saying, because personally for me, like, I know they bet on them those kind of games. So I did fear those kind of games.
Monaco over 1.5.
Yeah.
All right, Monaco over 1.5. So we have 9 games. Arsenal straight win against Leicester City. Chelsea, Brighton over 1.5. Aston Villa to win away against Ipswich. Barcelona over 2.5 goals. against Osasuna, AC Milan straight win against Lecce, Napoli straight win against Monza, Roma straight win against Venezia, Marseille to win away against Strasbourg, and then Monaco Montpellier over 1.5. You don't see them now. We go paste time.
See that Ipswich Aston Villa.
Do you get what I'm saying? That
See that Ipswich Aston Villa.
I think we should just
My
go
mind
both
not
teams to
strong
score.
for that Aston Villa win. Oh. You
Aston
understand?
Villa win beat Young Boys.
And then?
Aston Villa win come from a goal down to beat Wolves.
And then?
Ole Watkins.
And then? Remember,
I think we should go both teams to
remember this
score.
is the weekend before Champions League. And it is always dicey the weekend preceding Champions League or preceding international break. One or two big teams, they drop points. This is the weekend before Champions League. And Aston Villa, the Champions League. Moku, no forget.
Now, your Champions League, they beat Young Boys now.
Now.
Before they come back, come beat Wolves now.
Yes, but this Ipswich game, now banana peel.
Okay,
I'll just leave it at that.
So you can do goals game.
Yeah, I
let's
think
go
both
score.
teams to
Safe.
score, yeah.
All right.
But on a neutral ground based on stats.
Yeah, Aston Villa supposed to beat them. Of
course.
Supposed to kill them.
So let's major now democracy would here now. What option do we opt for? Go both teams to score. Me, I don't even fear say Ipswich.
No, I don't want to do both teams to go. Maybe I just say,
over 1.5.
Over 1.5
Okay.
goals.
All right, over 1.5. Okay, so
Safe bet.
Safe bet.
okay,
So
so
everybody with a pack together now.
all right, so we can settle for that. Ipswich against
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa over 1.5
Yeah.
and Monaco against Montpellier over 1.5. No problem. Good one. So go on Bet9ja stake. Baba, no fear. 200 million. Now you supposed to aim for. Leave 10,000. 200 million. Let Bet9ja shock you. May they so cloth give you your money. May you receive the alert. May your phone off. Now Bet9ja they run now. Welcome to Prediction Guru, where you predict the full-time score of 5 games and stand the chance to win cash prizes and other Bet9ja branded merchandise. No be to come and talk say, these people now don't give us. You too now. Oh yeah, try them. I'll give you 5 games, and if you predict correctly the scoreline, Bet9ja go use gifts finish you. Cash, merchandise, everything for you. Are you ready for the games? Game 1, Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur. Game 2, Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen. Game 3, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Game 4, Newcastle United versus Manchester City. And Game 5, Paris Saint-Germain versus Reims. 5 correct predictions. If you get them, Bet9ja go use gifts finish you. Now cash, e-day. Now branded merchandise, e-day. Now Bet9ja they run them. Prediction guru. Be a guru and predict. I dey wait. So it's been an interesting episode on the Home Turf podcast. I am very certain that if you listen to the great men that sat alongside me, you would have learned a thing or two. And most importantly, this weekend go be weekend where we say everywhere go green and we go clink glasses and wake up to boom. Remember, 200 million. Bet9ja say dare to dream. Wake up from the dream. Go on Bet9ja. Stake your games and you will definitely win. Sawa, thank you very much.
Namaste.
Arsenal. They're very strange to see Arsenal fan they happy like this.
No, I mean,
may your
that's
joy
what we do.
continue.
You know, that's what we do. That's how we roll, man.
Pooja, the only man that made Fabrizio Romano to turn on his notification. Nice one, thank you so much. And Big Sheggz,
Catch the boom.
catch the boom.
Bet9ja.
Stay safe.
Thank you.